Hello, and welcome to Balance Point. Today is a little bit special. We are not teaching today. However, we wanted to put out this video to kind of explain where we've been for the last year and a half. Been an interesting year. Approximately 2 years ago, we returned to serving at a church that was planted by some good friends of ours. And the reason that we returned was because the lead pastor had undergone some health issues. And so we had been there for about a year. And going into a year and a half. And our primary role and the primary reason why we returned was to basically be kind of a pillar of stability. You see, when this church was planted, there were, let me count, I'm not working from notes, I'm doing this from memory. There were 2, 4, 6 of us that were pastors that went out and planted that church. And over the course of 5 years, 2 ministries were sent out planting, one of which is, of course, Balance Point. And then the lead pastor really started having some health issues. And so we decided to release the notes, the international notes that were part of the Balance Point community, in order to return to help serve this church and help serve the co-pastor. Well, last year, co-pastor passed away, and she stepped into glory. And so for the past year, we've been assisting for the first 6 months or so as kind of the primary leads to stabilize the church, with kind of the intention that eventually, hopefully the lead pastor would be healthy enough to come back, and or the situation with leadership would stabilize. Well, within the last 6 months, the leadership situation there has stabilized. And so we are released to continue growing Balance Point. And with that in mind, we are going to be beginning to release studies again. Probably for this first few months, they will just be studies. Hopefully about the midpoint of next year, we'll be ready to return to live streaming, and with God's blessing and encouragement, we hope to be in a position and in a place where we will be able to have live worship where people can come and worship with us. Currently, where we are located, live worship is painful because literally you end up parking like 4 blocks away. So parking is small, our current location is small, and so it's been untenable to hold regular worship services in our current location. However, hopefully by the midpoint or mid-late point of next year, we will be able to do. But in the meantime, we will be beginning a new study. We are going to be studying the Gospel of Luke. And this is a great time to do that study and to begin that study as the Gospel of Luke begins. The Gospel of Luke kind of has my favorite Christmas narrative. Add to that, it's kind of my favorite gospel anyway. So I look forward to releasing studies, and the studies are going to probably release in the old Balance Point format of about 20 minutes per study, at least until the middle of next year. And then we will be increasing that to ramp up in anticipation of having live services again. Let's see. So study, live services. So what happened to us this year? Well, honestly, because we were serving at this other church, it was really tough maintaining two congregations. And so, since Balance Point was an international congregation primarily, we felt that it was best to release the various nodes of Balance Point to coverings within their local countries. And then along the way this year, we also, gosh, it sounds like we misplaced people, but we also lost a couple of other friends. And honestly, that really took the wind out of our sails. However, we're now in a position where we're in a much better position. We'll just put it that way. So anyway, this is Dan from Balance Point signing off. We pray that you will have a week. Before we totally sign off, I almost totally forgot. Where will the videos release? The primary place where we are going to release our videos is, of course, going to be balancepoint.org. That's balance-point.org. We will also be mirroring those videos to the Balance Point Church YouTube channel. And we'll also be mirroring those videos to the Balance Point Facebook page. So 3 locations where you will be able to acquire and listen to the video. And also on our main website, we will also be uploading MP3 audio for those who would prefer to be able to take the messages on the road with them. So we look forward to studying with you. Have an awesome day.